The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They'll get free as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Second and short now following the fumble. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Richardson back to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Watch safety three. Watch safety three. Hands on 80. He's crossing. He's checking.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go play action with Hurts. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Like 17. Like 17. They can't hang with us. Like 17. No. 36.
Now Richardson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll run on 1st down. Ferris. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Like 10. Like 10. Like 10. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. 70 Lions.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, here's Richardson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. Steps away. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
Well, that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback, because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Richardson looking to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check 52. Jump, 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 jump.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Richardson working from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. I mean, just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
Trap 60, trap 60.
But first down, Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Watch the screen. Right, fast, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15. Mike's 15. Hey, tight down.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15.
To throw again on second down. Hurts being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hurts. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up that.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Check 3, check 3. Check.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing is Hurts. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Ferris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll go option on second down, right side. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. That gain on third down, good for 28.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Richardson to throw off play action.
On the move to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 22.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Richardson on 3rd and short. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Try to run this one in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now, they tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
19 Lions.
Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Watch the blast. 79 Bronco. 17.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
On first down, Ferris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Ferris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Ferris, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board, so if you're moving it.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
We own now. Mike 17. Mustang 19. Mike 17. Mike 17. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Richardson to the air on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Coming to you. Seven's a mark. Coming. Check that.
On first down, Richardson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, even with a huge lead, he was looking for more points. Wanted the deep shot downfield. That one goes incomplete. Obviously, he wants to put more points on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Eagles, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for Miami, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Like Sonic, zone, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone, I get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh, no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't